Something on the floor.
Don't fight.
Is it?
Yeah.
They didn't talk to me.
Listen, last round coming up.
Yeah.
Everything into it. Yeah, you've got to knock him out to win this fight.
Don't leave your chin stuck up in the air. Don't give the referee any excuse to jump
Stop
in.
it, right? You don't deserve to be stopped now. You give everything. You've got to give a little bit more. 3 minutes left, yeah? Give everything you can possibly give.
That's your work rate. Nice tight defence. Cheers.
Yeah. A bit more drink. Last round.
Sit down. Listen, suck it up now. Last round.
Win it like you've won all the rest, Chris.
Win like a champion, yeah? Win like a champion.
Whatever he does, you do that.
Jim down there moving.
Phil Edwards claps his hands. Jim, this sport never ceases to amaze me.
Yep, you always remember that's exactly what it is. It's a sport. There's no malice in here. We get some trash talking now and again beforehand, but they leave with mutual respect. Well, there you can see it, 7 points up. Give Ahmed the first round, give him the share of a couple because remember of the point deduction. But I think it was a lost cause by that time.
But there's no doubt the judges at ringside, Richie Davis, John Keane and John Lewis, will have Chris Edwards in a mighty lead. But they'll go back talking about Usman Ahmed, and a lot of these Stoke fans will as well, for what he's been through in these 12 rounds, and he deserves, Jim, to hear the final bell.
Yep, he definitely does. I think Edwards standing off a little bit here, which could show some danger signs for Ahmed, because that's what he's been doing wrong all the way through. He's been too close, no room to get length and leverage on the punching.
Yeah, good shots again from Edwards, accurate, sticking to his game plan. He's been solid and dependable as ever, Chris Edwards. Not one moment of panic.
Yeah, I tell you, he doesn't miss too many days at the gymnasium. He's in fantastic condition, Edwards. Still snapping the punches. He's not a big puncher, but they're still strong, accurate punches he's throwing.
Just gets the best out of himself, Chris Edwards. Still steaming forward.
It's just dangerous that Ahmed doesn't start thinking about the final bell and lose his concentration. He must fight with the same spirit he's shown all the way through to make sure he survives to that bell. If his concentration goes, he could sag here.
Just over a minute left. Will Usman Ahmed make it to hear the final bell? There can be no doubts where the titles will be going. They'll be staying in Stoke with Chris Edwards. With that short trip back to Derby.
This is where he has to be careful, Adam. He sagged under that shot. It's the concentration now. Just think what you're doing here. Don't do anything silly. He fully deserves to hear that final bell. Still half a minute to go.
Still finding hurtful looking punches, Edwards. Still a fresh look about him. Last 30 seconds. And he will be able to go back with his head held high to Derby, Usman Ahmed. One of the bravest challenges in a British title ring in recent memory. And still, look at this.
He has nothing left but his heart and his courage. Phenomenal effort from him. He's earned the full respect of everyone in the fight trade with that effort, uphill all the way, and he's done it.
Usman Ahmed makes it through 12 rounds. How did he do that? But Chris Edwards with the smile on his face, he knows he's retained his titles. He won pretty much everything, but it wasn't easy, was it?
No, it was never easy. It was a clear victory, but never an easy victory. I mean, I think the plan, I mean, you can see the stats there, how clearly it was, but as I say, never easy. There wasn't one easy round, there wasn't one easy 10 seconds in that fight. Down to the spirit that Ahmed showed. I thought he got off to a nice start in the opening round. He was finding himself a little bit of room, even in the second round. But this is what Edwards realised, couldn't give him the room, couldn't give him the space, denied him that. And from this point on, he just bullied him, steamrolled him all the way through, landing the better punching. If he had been a puncher, I'm quite sure this fight would never have gone to distance. Look how cleanly he's catching Ahmed here, and look at the spirit and courage that Ahmed is showing. And the longer this lasted, the more spirit and courage that Ahmed was called upon to show. And he didn't skimp in that department. How many times did we see his head knocked back as though he was ready to go over, as though he had nothing left, he couldn't possibly see this challenge out. But rather than grab hold when you thought he had to, he would come blazing back, trying to throw some punches of his own. Again, he's sagging under the punches. Signs that maybe he wasn't going to see it to the end of the session, but thankfully he did, and he fully deserved it. But a clear victory for the champion, but he was made to work for that.
Astonishing effort from Ahmed, but Chris Edwards will go home with the belts.
In a cracker, Chris Edwards retains his British and Commonwealth flyweight titles on points. Strength and aggression too much for a spirited, gritty Usman Ahmed. Both fighters ringside with Ed Robinson.
Well, Chris, first defence is a good one, but are you surprised at the spirit this man showed?
Yeah, surprised how fit he was, really, because he hadn't really gone that far before, and yeah, he gave as good as I gave, and yeah, I was surprised how he has improved since his first one, so yeah, it was a bit tougher than I thought it would be, but I was clearly winning, so I'm happy just win, that's all that matters.
Usman, what on earth kept you in there for 12 rounds?
Hard, mate, hard. It was my first 12 rounder, yeah, it was a bit hard to pace myself, but my heart kept me in, and I just kept fighting back like I normally do. Keep fighting back.
What was going through your mind when you kept hitting with your best shots and he kept coming straight back at you like that?
I knew he was getting a bit tired, but I didn't want to jump in there and all guns blazing. I wanted to show I could box the bed and the slip as well. So I didn't really want to go there and just get caught sloppy and stuff like that. So I just wanted to set some bear boxing as well.
Usman, can you come back from this and maybe return in 6 months' time and challenge again?
Yeah, I'm a young still. I mean, first 12 rounder, getting used to the 12 rounders. Once I now know how it feels, I'm going to train more harder, I'm going to come back and I'm going to become a champion.
Well done both, in a great fight.
Johnny, you gave that a standing ovation, and why not? Very, very entertaining.
That's a sort of courage, true, honest courage. You wouldn't see it. You'd see it in the gym if you're part of a gym. You saw the shin feels in the corner of Ahmed. They were smiling towards him because they were proud of such courage he showed. But Edwards' determination, his strength, his push pressure, he wasn't deterred at all by the flimsiness and the frustration of not being able to pin down Ahmed.
He did everything to try and put him away, but he kept resisting.
It was hard, and again, it was the honesty about him. I thought at first, this kid's bonkers, he doesn't realise how big the crest of this wave is, but he actually really thought he could do it. Stuck in that first time he'd done 12 rounds. It was for a British and Commonwealth title as well. His 8th professional fight, and to fight like that, to show such courage, the crowd were on the feet.
What does the future hold for both of them now, do you think?
I think, as I said in the first place, I think this fight was too early for Ahmed. A bit more experience down the road, this could have been a different result. For Edwards, he's just showed his sheer strength and domination.
Next up,